Diana works as operator. 10 days before expected date, Diana feeling unwell and told by doctor to rest. She wants to commence maternity leave 1 week earlier. But her employer was not happy. At the end of 60 days maternity leave, Diana diagnosed with viral encephalitis confirmed by doctor. She was given medical leave for 2 months. Before she could came back work, she received termination letter. Diana also found out her contribution to the EP has not remitted by her employer for past 2 years. Identify the conditions that allowed to commence her maternity leave before her expected date of confinement. Maternity protection are under Part 4 Section 37 until Section 44A, in addition according to Section 37(1)bb. Take earlier maternity leave shall not be treated as maternity leave and no maternity allowance will be given. By applying to the case study, the act of Diana is acceptable. Diana commence her maternity leave 1 week before expected date and such leave should be given according to Section 37(1)b. Furthermore, Diana was not commenced the maternity leave earlier than 30 days. 10 days before her expected date confinement, Diana was feeling unwell and told by the doctor to have rest. But stated in under Section 37(1)b, it is assumed that Diana doctor is a medical officer.
Question 2. Explain the maternity leave protection given to women under the Employment Act 1955. Maternity protection at the workplace is a legal and social recognition of the contribution that women make by having babies while at the same time working for pay. It also established to cover and protect the female employees during their confinement, which ensuring the health of the mother and her baby by giving several benefits for them. In Section 37 subsection 1 stated that the entitlement for maternity leave. Every female employee is eligible at least to get 60 days consecutive days maternity leave for each confinement. According to Budget 2020, maternity leave extended to 90 days. Furthermore, in Section 37 subsection 4 stated that the security of tenure protection given to the female employees during the maternity leave is a wrong act for the employer to terminate the female employees if they are in maternity leave and she had fulfilled the provided condition unless the company is bankrupt or closed. Beside that, according to Section 42 subsection 1, it shall be an offense until her absence exceeds a period of 90 days after the expiration of the eligible period for her employer to terminate her services or give her notice of termination of service.
Next, who entitled for the maternity allowance? Under Section 37, Subsection 1C and Subsection 1D of Employment Act 1955 state that a woman not entitled for the maternity allowance when she has 5 or more kids. The allowance also only eligible for whom that has 60 consecutive days of maternity leave. While under Section 37, Subsection 2A, it stated that the employee will get the allowance when the length of the service not less than 19 days during her pregnancy. Lastly, for the payment of the maternity allowance, it stated that the amount of the allowance shall be the same as her wages earned. If the employee death, the maternity allowance liable to her legal personal representative. While under Section 41, employee can nominate other person to receive the allowance on her behalf. There is also condition that can make the allowance terminated, which the employee failed to notify the employer that she wants to leave the job and about her pregnancy.
Before we decided whether Diana's employer has the right to terminate her services or not, let's take a look into these few issues first. So, for the first issue, Mrs. Diana was diagnosed with viral encephalitis by certified doctor, and then she got 2 months of medical leave after her 60 days of maternity leave. However, she then got dismissed even before she could get back to work. Viral encephalitis is an inflammation of the brain that can be suffered by both pregnant women and her baby. For your information, for pregnant women, contracting encephalitis can be deadly if not detected and immediately treated. According to Section 42 Employment Act 1955, there's restriction on dismissal of female employee after eligible period, where a female employee remains absent from her work after the expiration of the eligible period as a result of illness certified by a registered medical practitioner to arise out of her pregnancy and confinement and to render her unfit. Here's the timeline regarding Mrs. Diana's issues. In conclusion, this is clearly an unfair dismissal as Diana's employer has breached his power by terminating her services when she is protected under the Employment Act 1955.
Question 4. State the action can be taken against the employer by the EPF for non-remittance of Diana's EPF contribution. Under this section, the employee failed to register Diana to EPF within 7 days of the employment date. Next, the company made false statement and failed to contribute to EPF for the past 2 years, and the penalty is in prison for not exceed 3 years and fine not exceed Rm 10,000. Lastly, the company made deduction but failed to contribute to EPF after the deductions, and they can be in prison not exceed 6 years and fine not exceed 20,000 ringgit or both. Thank you for watching.